Hi everyone, I'm Chansey Mata from BPA 1. We are here to present our video presentation for our case analysis, and the topic for case analysis is about gay marriage.
And the flow of our presentation is first the introduction part, second is the background of our study, the third and fourth is the local and foreign discussion, and the last is our proposed solution for our case analysis.
Same-sex marriage is the union of people of only one sex. Same-sex marriage is not yet allowed in the Philippines in some of these jurisdictions. Same-sex relationships are legally recognized through alternative policies such as registered domestic partnership agreements and civil unions. Sexual relationships are increasingly gaining acceptance in other countries but are still banned in the Philippines. Some explain that the traditional marital setup defines the fundamental cross-cultural institution that healthily provides normal parents to children. Same-sex marriage advocates, however, argue that legalizing same-sex unions would be good not for only gay people but also for society as a whole, since society fundamentally supports loving relationships regardless of the people's gender orientations and preferences.
Background of the study. The term homosexual coined in 1869 by the Hungarian doctor Karoli Maria Benkert, gay, emerged as an underground term in the early 28th century and came into popular usage in the 1960s. The term lesbian comes from the Greek island of Lesbos, associated with the poet Sappho, whose surviving writing lyrically describes erotic love and attraction between women. Same-sex marriage does not legally recognized in the Philippines based on the Executive Order Number 209, Section 1987. The Family Code of the Philippines defines only recognized marriages between man and woman. But there are some countries that recognize same-sex marriage like Andorra, Argentina, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Denmark, Ecuador, Finland, France, Germany, Iceland, Ireland, Luxembourg, Malta, Mexico, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Portugal, Slovenia, South Africa, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Taiwan, the United Kingdom, the United States, and Uruguay as of 2023. The first country to legalize same-sex marriage was the Netherlands in 2001. Thank you.
Problem. Influence of the Catholic Church, which vehemently opposes same-sex marriage, is a significant role in the Filipino environment. The recent approval of the Reproductive Health Bill, which has substantial public support despite intense opposition from church officials, demonstrates that the church power over legislation need not be absolute. So, gay marriage has a main problem here in the Philippines, which is the religion we have, since most of the people here in the Philippines is a religious person. Some religions in the Philippines oppose same-sex marriage. For example po, di nalalayo sa mga Katoliko. Naniniwala po kasi sila na ang dapat ay babae at lalaki lamang po ang ikinakasal at hindi po babae sa babae o lalaki sa lalaki. Kaya po ang isa sa mga problema po dito sa Pilipinas ay hindi po mapayag o ayaw nila i-legalize ang same-sex marriage. At saka, dagdag pa po tulad nitong HIV, bukod sa naniniwala sila na hindi dapat babae at babae o lalaki sa lalaki, kasi maaari rin po silang magkaroon ng mataas na tsansa para sa mga diseases tulad ng HIV. For decades, researchers have reported that lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender individuals experience a range of significant health disparities and a disproportionate rate of negative health outcomes. Adolescents with same-sex attraction are more than twice as likely as their peers to attempt suicide. In short po, the LGBTQ has a higher risk for the infections if they had sex, and gay men has a high chances to have a HIV less than a lesbian.
Local discussion. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte broke a campaign pledge to work toward same-sex marriages legalization. It won't work for us. At a speech before the Filipino community in Burma, he declared we're Catholics. The civil code also stipulates that a man may only wed a woman. Baguio witnessed its first same-sex wedding in November 2003. The city experienced the first mass same-sex wedding preceding the 5th Baguio Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Pride Parade. In 1994, the Progressive Organization of Gays in the Philippines led the first gay and lesbian pride march in the country.
Mayroong 33 bansa kabilang ang United States ang nag-legalize ng same-sex marriage at ang iba naman ay kinikilala ang same-sex civil union. Gayunpaman, ang pagpapakasal ng parehong kasarian ay nananatiling ipinagbabawal sa maraming bansa at ang pagpapalawak ng mas malawak na karapatan ng LGBTQ+ ay hindi pantay sa buong mundo. Ang research and advocacy group na Freedom House ay inilista ang halos lahat ng mga bansang may marriage equality, kung saan ang magkaparehong kasalian ay may parehong legal na karapatang magpakasal bilang malaya. Ayon sa mga Rights Monitor, may malakas na ugnayan sa pagitan ng LGBTQ+ at mga demokratikong lipunan. Si Julie Dorp, nakakataas na tagapagpayo sa Konseho ng Equal Rights, ay nagsabi na saan man may mga paghihigpit sa kalayaan, sa pananalita, pagpapahayag o pagpupulong ng mga tao. Mayroong pagsuway sa mga karapatan ng LGBTQ. Ito ay ang canary in the coal mine or early warning of danger.
Main solution, introduced by Senator Robin Hood Padilla, an act institutional civil unions of same-sex couples, establishing their rights and obligation, and for other purposes, Section 1, Article 3 of the 1987 Constitution. Alternative solution. With all this in mind and the need for a 21st century solution that satisfies everybody's emotional prejudices, we would like to propose: first, that the binding relationship contract replace the marriage certificate as the legal document. Second, that marriage be recognized in law but have no status in a religious institution. Third, we all need respect. Many churches are opposing in same-sex marriages, so why not respecting it? Let's depart the religious matter in law matters. Fourth, that all existing marriage certificates are automatically covered by binding relationship contracts. Fifth, that a wedding be what anyone wishes it to be, which is in fact the present case.
We contend that a just society defined in rules and sense of justice as fairness should be able to recognize same-sex marriages as legitimate. We claim that same-sex marriage weddings should be permitted in a just society that gays, lesbians have the potential to cooperate as members of society because they satisfy the prerequisites of having the capacity for sense of justice. Gay, lesbians do account as equal citizens.